there's a bunch of NFL records that's up for grabs this weekend because there's another game. Okay? There's another game. There's some single-season milestones that Cooper Kupp, 2 of them, he can go grab against the 49ers. He needs 12 catches and 136 yards. 12 for 136 sounds like a Cooper Kupp game, right?
It sure does.
12. If he goes 12 for 136, he breaks Michael Thomas's single-season receptions record and Calvin Johnson's single-season receiving yards record.
Wow.
Tom Brady, right now, has in his sights, okay, and sights is doing a little bit of a heavy lift here because he needs 488 yards, albeit against Carolina. 488 yards against Carolina, and he would break Peyton Manning's single-season record for passing yards. Tom Brady right now is 5 yards shy of a 5,000-yard season. Dude, he's got 40 touchdowns right now. Now.
One game.
Not with the extra game coming.
No.
Now.
Right now. Which is what he had last year.
And then there's the Strahan sack record that we've talked about earlier this week that TJ Watt can go get with a game with a sack and a half of whoever the Ravens wind up starting.
Tyler Huntley.
It is going to be him,
Been
right?
announced, yeah.
And so, TJ Watt, man, there's no asterisk on that because how many games has he played this year? He's missed a couple, too.
Seems like he's played about 8, but yeah, he's missed a few.
Take a look at that while I read you this record, okay? This is from my colleagues at the NFL Network.
TJ Watt's played 14 games.
Thank you. So that one, there's no asterisk on.
I don't think so.
Well, what about the other ones?
Week,
Let me get this last one out about Brady. He's 10 yards shy of 5,000, pardon me. He would be the oldest player to lead the NFL in either passing yards or passing touchdowns in a single season. He's going to get that. Brady would be the first player in NFL history to lead the NFL in yards or touchdowns in either pass, rush or receiving, while also being the league's oldest active player. No one's ever led in any of those categories as the league's oldest active player. Any of them. And he's about to do it in both yards and touchdowns for the pass. And if he gets the 10 yards against Carolina, and he will, probably with one swing of his arm, he would join Drew Brees as the only quarterbacks in NFL history with multiple seasons of 5,000 or more passing yards in their career. And this is already a week after Brady put in the bag in the freezer, joining Brees as the only players in NFL history with 40 or more passing touchdowns in consecutive seasons. And Brady did that as a 43 and a 44-year-old. If Brady does it, if Kupp does it, do you have a problem with that being the all-time record?
Absolutely not.
TJ Jefferson, do you have that problem with being an all-time record?
No, I mean, look, you play the games in front of you, and that's just what it is.
Because
if that were the case, then we'd still be talking about how O.J. Simpson has the rushing record because he rushed for 2,000 yards in only a 14-game season, which in my opinion is one of the most impressive things in NFL history, but we don't talk about that.
Because it's years later.
Because it's been 40 years.
Yeah, years later and some other things that happened.
Oh, well,
that, don't let
I'm just talking about strictly football, but yes. So we don't talk about that. But it was a 14-game season back then. And this happens all the time. We went from 14 games to 16 games. Now it's 16 games to 17 games. It is what it is. You play the games, and here we go. These are the records.
I'm inclined to agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, it's the only way you can really look at it.
Well, because that's the way it's going to be from now on. Yeah. But I will be an old school guy that it's going to take me a few years to accept it.
Sure, totally.
It's going to take me a few years to accept it, that these guys had the extra spot to try and surpass it.
Rich.
But these are the records that we'll be talking about for years to come anyway, right?
Be ahead of the curve, man.
I wonder what people think. You can call us at 844-204-RICH, number to dial. What do you think, sir?
Don't be the old school cat who takes years to accept it. Get ahead of the curve. Get ahead of this. Just like NFTs and stuff. Don't wait till the train's already running. get aboard. Don't be like, it's going to take some time. Just accept it now. Start pushing that forward instead of being the old school cat.
I'm sorry. I mean, it's just going to take a while for me, and there's only certain things that I can just, try to be cool about. I already talked about at your guys' behest about Antonio Brown bringing a toilet liquor up the toilet seat liquor up the elevator.
Story, first of all, that was Brockman.
That was me. I want to believe that.
I've already needed to basically take a shot of Novocaine to my head to do something like that.
No, just to bring us back, though, Rich, like Major League Baseball did this for so many years with Roger Maris.
I know that.
They slapped the asterisk on 61.
Yeah, that sucked.
And that sucked. It was awful. And it was terrible to Roger Maris and his
never
family
got there.
and the spirit of Major League Baseball. And to do that to some of these guys, Cooper Kupp, if that happens, like that would be so unfair to him and what.
Kupp says he doesn't consider it, though. Like
he'll come around once.
12 for $136 is entirely possible.
I mean, how many times has he done that this year? Probably a handful,
well, you're the one
right?
with the Google in front of you. I'm the one who's
I'm in
trying
the
to
middle
host
of
the
making
program.
a point.
Okay,
Wow,
I'm sorry.
I had him in fantasy for a few games, and I can tell you that he did it quite often.
Yeah.
Before you traded him, right?
Before I traded
It would be a
him.
disservice to these guys if they do break these records, like T.J. Watt, which he should get anyway because the way Michael Strahan got it was such BS.
Yeah, you can't say anything about TJ because he's missed 4 or 5 games.
Yes,
right?
but he does have the extra week to go get it. That's kind of the point.
There are rookie milestones at risk as well here. Jalen Waddle can break Anquan Bolden's single-season record for most receptions in a season by a rookie. All he's got to do is catch 3 against the Patriots. Jamar Chase needs 45 receiving yards to break the all-time rookie record by Bill Groman, who, by the way, was a 6-year player in the AFL. 1960 is when he did it. That was the inaugural season of the Houston Oilers. He did it in fewer than 16 games, so Jamar's going to get 3 more to try and catch him.
And he only needs 12 yards for the Bengals all-time record.
Yeah. Kyle Pitts, who probably is not going to play, he's got 59 yards shy of Mike Ditka's receiving yards record by a rookie tight end. How about Ditka? With a 1,000-yard season.
By the way, and I bet Mike did that in 14 games
Yes.
too, probably.
And Javon Curse's rookie sack record, that's going to stay, right? Is Parsons back from the COVID list? They're going to really play him. I think they're going to sit him out,
he's sitting, yeah.
He's 2 sacks shy of Javon Curse's rookie record. The freak.
Yeah.
The 14.5.
By the way, Cooper Kupp has had 10 or more catches 5 times this season, but he's only had over 12 once. So
Okay. Did the Rams feed him? Yes. I don't think they're in that position, though, to start talking about records. I think the Niners make that a tough game, man. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.